Netherlands in conveying a message of congratulations, support and appreciation. We are very happy to be one of the countries that were there at the initial stages, and it's great to see, although
wow,
what has been achieved. I've been here only for 2 years, so this is my first festival. I hope it won't be the last. But like Canada, the Netherlands also recently adopted a feminist foreign policy. That implies that worldwide, in all our endeavors, in all our operations, we take gender equality and equal opportunities at heart. That's also what we try to do here in Tanzania. And I think it starts close to ourselves. It was noted here, there are not that many men in the room, but I can assure you that indeed this is something that we have to do together. We try to do this also in our own team, in our own mission. I'm here with two wonderful colleagues, Juliet and Josephine from The Hague. Tomorrow there will be other colleagues representing our team, but we really try to create a safe space, a safe environment in our own structure. I think that's where it starts. Throughout the past 2 years, I also had the pleasure, and not only the pleasure, but the honor, I can say, to be engaged with the embassy in activities in support of several youth women leaders. I can name a few examples. We supported young political leaders, we supported young female journalists in investigative journalism and how to stay safe in a very challenging environment. There are a lot of examples that I see the energy and the power of female young leaders here, and I'm convinced that this is really boding for a bright future with so much talent and power. You see here also the festive and really you can feel the energy of all of you, and that is a strong power of change. So I really, from the bottom of my heart, I encourage you to continue this struggle. And in all modesty, the Netherlands, as an international partner, we are here together, and we, together with you, want to make this a better world for everybody and all. So thank you very much, and good luck with the coming 30 years, or 60 or 90.
The Agenda Networking Program. I am honored to be here today to celebrate your contribution to building and sustaining a transformative feminist movement in Tanzania and beyond. Let me congratulate TGNP for this event that brings together women's rights activists from different parts of the country and from different backgrounds to reflect on the progress and the ongoing challenges to inspire continued action in advancing women and girls' rights, including the rights of women and girls with disabilities in economic, social, and political spheres. Hongereni sana to you all. Mabibi na mabwana. It is no secret that women's rights organizations and women leaders play a critical role in advancing women's and girls' rights, including the rights of young people and persons with disabilities. These organizations have been on the front line of defining and delivering groundbreaking programs that advance gender equality, empower women and girls, engage with men and boys, and accelerate actions towards eliminating all forms of discrimination against women and girls at home, at school, in the workplace, in public spaces, and in all service provision institutions. UNFPA therefore commends TGNP for your commitment to advancing women and girls' rights. Organizations like TGNP work on the ground. They know the communities. They give voice to the most vulnerable and those often left behind. They promote social inclusion and dialogue, and therefore they play a pivotal role in driving change and promoting sustainable development in this country. Across various countries, therefore, it is important to create an environment that enables the women's rights movements to thrive, as this is imperative for the benefit of societies and for forging a future that is more equitable and prosperous for all. TGNP, we salute you for your continued efforts, and especially those efforts to promote sexual and reproductive health and rights, to end gender-based violence and harmful practices, and to ensure that every young person in Tanzania achieves their full potential. Mabibi na mabwana, allow me to also applaud the government of the United Republic of Tanzania for its unwavering dedication to advancing gender equality in this country. In particular, we commend the government under the leadership of the Ministry of Community Development, Gender, Women and Special Groups, and the National Plan of Action to Eliminate Violence Against Women and Children, which is our collective guiding framework to create an enabling environment that protects and enhances women and girls' rights to live a life free of violence and harmful practices. We also acknowledge the very strong leadership and the commitment of the government to ensure inclusivity, as demonstrated by having the Prime Minister's Office departments dedicated to youth and to persons with disabilities. At this critical juncture where we find ourselves at the midpoint towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, it is an opportune time for us to assess our progress on the realization of goal number 5 on gender equality. And various speakers before me have mentioned this. You may have heard the data from the newly launched 2022 Demographic Health Survey, which indicates that Tanzania has made great progress towards eliminating discrimination against women and girls' rights, with progress in reducing sexual and domestic violence, child marriage, and female genital mutilation. Well done. However, large discrepancies exist between regions, and in some cases, progress is stagnating or showing a negative trend towards a higher prevalence of GBV and harmful practices. This reminds us that there is still much work to be done. We have to scale up our investments and our work and the localization of our collective efforts to promote gender equality in Tanzania if we are to achieve the national development aspirations and gender equality by 2030. Mabibi na mabwana, UNFPA remains steadfast in our commitment towards supporting the endeavors of the government of the United Republic of Tanzania and to supporting women's rights organizations from the national level to the grassroots level in amplifying the voices of women and girls' rights, including those with disabilities, to be able to live dignified lives and achieve their potential in all spheres. This year's Gender Festival is particularly important for all of us to celebrate the country's achievements in gender equality and the empowerment of women. However, we also need to examine those areas in which we have to redouble our efforts. We look forward to participating in the various discussions and the dialogues that will be convened over the next few days, and as we reflect on the existing challenges and the accelerated actions required to bring about transformation. As I close, in the words of Her Excellency the President, Honorable Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, she says, "Giving priority to women is a must, and the development of women is the development of all people." Mabibi Nambabwana, UNFPA reinforces our commitment to joining hands with all of you here today and to re-energizing our collective efforts to build a more inclusive and just society where women and girls feel valued and safe and are treated as equals in accessing all opportunities to achieve their full potential. Asanteni sana.
Niko hapa kwa niaba ya my country director Atea Suma, who I really wanted to be here but kwa sababu ya changamoto moja au mbili hajaweza kuja asubuhi ya leo. To the guest of honor, Mheshimiwa Mlambo, the development partners, the implementing partners, all the various leaders in the house, wanaharakati, mabibi na mabwana, habari za mchana. Asante sana kwa niaba ya Aga Foundation. Niwapongeze sana TPGN, niwapongeze sana TGNP kwa kuandaa tamasha hii kubwa sana na inao inapendeza, na pia kwa kuadhimisha miaka 30 tangu kuanza kwa TGNP. Ni kama Kiswahili yangu inaishia hapo. Aga Foundation understands and appreciates the important role that TGNP is playing in advancing gender equality in Tanzania, And on this meet of solidarity, I would like to highlight just 2 areas that we think TGNP has been very critical in advancing gender equality in Tanzania. You'll all agree with me kwamba TGNP has been in the forefront of coordinating and building a grassroots movement that progressively grow to national level. And this can be demonstrated by wanaharakati wote ambao wako humu ndani. This is the role that TGNP have been playing, to try and mobilize. If you want to move the needle on gender equality in this country, I think you can do that without TGNP. And they're very committed, and as a foundation, we think that it's good to highlight that piece of work. And 2, shaping the national dialogue and agenda as far as gender equality is concerned. I think to highlight the issue around gender budgeting, and mamangu Jema amezungumzia kwa mapana sana. So for us, we think, we believe that TGNP is a partner. Its changes is very strong, and TGNP has been in the last 30 years in the forefront of advancing gender equality. And I think I also need to appreciate partnership with Global Affairs Canada. I see Helen is in the house. A lot of our work that we do with TGNP has been funded by the Global Affairs Canada. Helen, please take our regards back to the High Commission when you're back, and you can see for yourself part of what you've been helping us support.